Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a two-step in, two for Tuesday. How you like me now? Basketball is back, baby. We got playoff basketball, Western Conference Finals. You know we're going to talk hoops. You know we got Jerem on today. Did you know that, Darian?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what time Jerem comes on?
What, 11:30?
I can't remember, honestly. Like, if you can't tell, I just had a moment when I was trying to tell when Jerem was coming on, and I just had that little thing that hit me. Oh, my goodness. I forgot. But you know what? I can guarantee you it's today. Either 11:30 or 12. But I'll let you know. Because we got to talk about the Timberwolves and the Thunder tonight. We got to gamble on this game. Right now, you got OKC minus 7.5. Total 217.5. Low for a Thunder total. High for a Timberwolves total in the postseason. Which way is it going to go? Thunder off a 7-game series, but they young. And they cruised on Sunday. And by the way, I don't know if you know, they played Sunday in Oklahoma City. They play tonight in Oklahoma City, number 1 seed. Tomorrow, you get the East kicks off. We got the Knicks and the Pacers. My question to all of y'all, straight up off the jump early on a two-step and Tuesday, which superstar do you trust the most? I'm talking about, and again, superstar is a very interesting term when it comes to these playoffs. Is Shea a superstar? Yeah, he's going to probably win the MVP, right?
Yeah, he is.
So he's a superstar. Has he hit his zenith? No.
I'd say he's a star. Superstar is.
That's kind
can't
of.
miss.
This is kind of where I'm getting at.
I don't think there is. I mean.
Okay, here's what's so fascinating about this. There's so many different angles on this one, and this is where you're going to have to help me with my ADHD to kind of stay on track here, brother. Because when I look at these playoffs, the things that come to mind are superstars. The Knicks' best player, Jalen Brunson. The Pacers' best player, the human tripod, Tyrese Halliburton. The best player for OKC on a very young, talented bunch of young bucks who can put it in the hizzy, Shea. And, of course, who's the best player on Minnesota? The dude who told Barack Obama in front of LeBron James, in front of Kevin Durant, in front of everybody and their grandmother, I'm the best basketball player on earth. Please, what you even talking about? Ant-Man. So you got Shea, you got Ant, you got Brunson, you got Tyrese Halliburton. Are any of them
bona fide superstars? No.
Are they the creme de la creme?
No, they are the ones that are playing the best on May 20th.
Well, that's also kind of goes to my other thing. So superstars right now, where are they? They're sitting at home.
At home. Quite a few of them. Jokic. Curry. KD. Luka.
LBJ. Luka.
Anthony Davis, for lack of better words.
I'm just saying, everybody else and their grandmother. Oh, Josh sitting at home. I wouldn't say he's a superstar, but if you go through, you got Jason Tatum sitting at the crib chilling. Embiid, I know he's injured. Giannis is at the house chilling. Spidey chilling.
Paolo Ranchero.
Paolo, get me some Ranchero Banchero. Luka.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets. Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi and Harden. How about them?
James is always at home during this time of the year.
Did we drop Giannis?
I said Giannis.
Okay.
All these dudes are chilling at the crib. And remember how we used to make teams? Hey, man, let's get 3 superstars and hook them up, man. LeBron James went down to Miami, grabbed a little bit of Bosh, joined up with a little bit of Wade, had a little Ray Allen.
You know he wasn't first, John. Happened in Boston first.
No. I'm not saying, yes, when you, of course, put together Kevin Garnett,
Lil Ray
and
Allen.
Lil Ray and Paul Pierce, who, by the way, they snatched Ray from Boston because was it him and Paul Pierce that had that falling out, or was it KD? I mean, Kevin Garnett, KG.
It was him and KG.
It was KG, wasn't I? Couldn't, man.
They didn't
you.
speak for a long time.
They was not happy with each other, so. But, like, remember how that whole phase we've been going through? Man, because the Golden State Warriors, which is also crazy, the last actual, I think, dynasty in the NBA that we've really had, because we have had 7 different champions. We will have 7 this year. We'll make it 7 in a row, a different champion. Do you realize that?
Yep, first time ever.
First time ever. That is because these teams are good. I mean, let's just be real. There's a lot of damn good teams. A lot of teams make the postseason. And you got a chance. And when you got some studs and you got good basketball players playing their best, you dodge the injury bug. Like, these things help. But my question is, are general managers going to start looking at constructing teams a little bit different?
Absolutely. Just look at the Phoenix Suns.
Because it is a copycat league. That's what I was going to say. It did not work out for Brooklyn. It did not work out for Brooklyn, and it was in the most meltdown, historic fashion almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so... Like, you had them before the season started saying they didn't even need a coach. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Kyrie said, we got it.
We got this. Are you kidding me? Do you know we've forgotten, me and James and Kevin have forgotten more basketball than any coach on planet Earth. We are savants. We are the best of our craft. We are the Michelangelo of hoops. That damn thing burnt down. Nah, bro, you were more like, was it Pablo Picasso who like bit off his ear, or was that who was the dude that went crazy and bit his or cut his ear off and sent it to a woman? You know what I'm talking about?
That's some smart people stuff. I have to look that up.
Okay, 901-360-8255. Hit me up at the Sissy's Log Cabin. Text and listener line. Life's too short for ordinary jewelry. Which famous painter was a little nuts, cut off his ear and sent it to some girl?
It says Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh, thank you. Damn, another great
December 23rd, 1888.
Again, man, bro, you back in 1888, ain't like after you cut off your ear, you can just roll up into the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Get a little antibiotics. Hey, sew that junk back on. Like, you cut off your ear's gone, bro. Like, that's commitment right there. But that's also crazy.
He was ill.
Now, was Michelangelo a hell of a painter? Was he a dope-ass man? Yup. Is Kyrie, is James Harden, is KD dope-ass basketball players? Yup. But you put all 3 dudes together, all think that they can do everything, and they don't need direction, and they don't listen to the coach, and they don't play defense. Well, guess what? It turns out like Brooklyn. You look what happened with Phoenix, man. New ownership comes in there, clears house. You remember how close they were to a championship with Ayton and Chris Paul and D Book? Do you remember that?
Yep.
And now it's just like, just gone. And you try to cook, like, you got D Book on that team. He's a bad mamma jamma. And then you go out and get 2 other dudes like him.
Running through coaches like hotcakes.
Like Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Who's going to do the defending and the other stuff? And the rebounding. You know what I'm saying? And then plus you got a bunch of egos like that. They don't even like each other. Bradley Beal they were going at it. And let's be honest with you. Aiden over in Portland looked pretty damn good, didn't he? I mean, you got... So it was D-Book, Bradley Beal, of course, Kevin Durant. And I'm trying to even remember who their center was, bro. To make me laugh, the only person I can think of is Mason Plumlee. And they had that terrible Bowl dude.
We had Tyus, and they had Tyus at point guard. And
Yeah. But that was basically... Man, Grayson Allen was on the team. What did he do? Did he trip people all the time?
He actually had a pretty good season.
What I'm just saying is, man, you can't just grab 3 dudes and throw them out there. Did you see what happened to the Lakers when you put LeBron James and, oh, my God, Luka's the top 5 player?
Nick Richards was the Phoenix Suns.
Thank you. Like, I can't remember Dick. You know what I'm saying? Nick
who?
Richards?
Nick Richards, yep, from Kentucky.
You know what Richard is short for?
Yeah.
With the short, not the long. No, man. Again. And like Nick Richards is like a dude I think who went undrafted, right? I know he wasn't no first round talent out of Kentucky. What I'm just saying is you can't just throw a couple pieces and sprinkle them around.
He was second round draft pick.
Okay, you know what, dude, it's hard to be like a starter in the NBA coming out the second round. Now, Jokic, like there's dudes out there who were bad and break. I mean, Fred VanVleet wasn't even drafted. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. But
they are very far and few between. You get drafted in that first round, you're going to get the opportunity. You can't just grab 3 of the best players in the world and then throw them with a bunch of scrubs. We watched that in L.A. I mean, you got LeBron James who pretends he wants to say he's the king and the GOAT and all this, blah, 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 my ass. He's a stat collector. He's a fourth quarter, I'm losing by 20. I'm going to get my points and assists and rebounds and keep padding my stats.
You know you have to be in shape and be on the floor to do that.
Dude, is he the best? Is it at his age?
Yeah.
Have I ever seen anybody who's been able to hold up for their 21 seasons?
Going into his 22nd.
Going into his 22nd season in the NBA.
Might play with a second son.
Let me just tell you something. Man, don't even get me started on Bryce. He ain't even like a top 200 kid going into college, man.
Going to Arizona.
But he will get in. Well, it's because his man. Anyway.
Nepo baby, right?
Yeah, nepotism. Hey, man, I wish, like, I love my parents. I'm glad they're my parents. My parents are awesome. I got the best folks in the whole wide world.
Happy birthday, Mom.
By the way, I hope you had a blessed birthday, Mom. Now, my point of saying that is, if my dad owned the Dallas Cowboys, would I be the GM? Oh, hell yeah, I would. I'd take advantage of that card, wouldn't you? It's like somebody giving you an unlimited ATM card, bro. Just go get it. You gonna go
Unless
get
your
it.
dad wanted to be the president, owner, and GM all of his life.
Well, no, dude, I'd just be like Jerry Jones' son, the one who doesn't do jack. Steven, thank you.
He ain't the GM.
No.
Dad is.
Well, you know what he does? He acts important. He goes into the facility when he wants, and I bet he dates all the hotties that they work at the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
He acts important.
Yeah, dude.
Pays for all the dinners.
The dinners, drives nice cars, wears nice suits. I can handle it, but I would want to be a little more hands-on.
I would, too.
But what I'm saying is, when you look at the playoffs right now, you look at Oklahoma City, they trade away, like the theft of the year.
Get it for
theft
Caruso?
of the century. No.
Oh.
You got 1 million first-round picks.
I know where you're going. Okay.
By sending Paul George to the Clippers. You get back Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You got Danilo Gallinari and what was it, 7 first-round picks?
Something like that, yep.
And I don't know if you know, have you seen the team? Have you seen the young bucks that they've gotten with all those picks? That's
quite a haul.
You get a lot of dudes who grow up playing the game together, and do they not look like a team that defends as a unit, a team that puts the ball in as a unit, the team that can run, the team that shoots the threes, the team that they pretty much kind of do everything. Because guess what? These kids have grown up together. Chet Holmgren even missed an entire year with his injury. But Jalen Williams, Shea, these dudes, Chet, all these guys, the other Jay Williams. I mean, like.
The other one's J-Dub.
Yeah, J-Dub and Jalen Williams, J-A-L-E-N, and then J-A-Y-L-I-N or Ian?
J-Dub starts. J-Will is on the bench.
But what I'm saying is I know one of them is like J-Lin.
Yeah, L-I-N.
J-A-Y-L-I-N.
That's your Arkansas Razorback.
Okay. Yeah, that's my homie.
And speaking of the OKC trades, you know they also got 2 first-rounders and 2 pick swaps for Westbrook, as well as Chris Paul when they sent them to Houston. Yep. So they've been dealing.
Yup.
Time for them to cash in, right? They've been doing this for quite a while.
Who?
Stacking up assets. The OKC. Think about it. They've had 3. Now they will have their 3rd MVP, man.
They on the precipice of a championship, Holmes.
They should be. They're on their 3rd MVP.
And you still got assets.
Correct.
You still got a stud. You might win a championship this year. And guess what? Like you said, you're right. They can still make moves because it looks like everybody and their grandmother. This might be one of the best NBA off seasons we've had in a long time. I mean, you got Giannis who's going to be on the move. What are the Rockets going to do? You're hearing, there's so many rumors right now swirling about the off season that it's not even funny. What are the Grizzlies going to do? Celtics. There's just, it's going to be a buck wild off season, fired up. I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers, do you run that Jun back? Because I don't know if you know this. I heard the other day, they were talking on with my girl Malika Andrews' show. Fine woman. Telling me.
Nick Manaman.
Yeah, no, I don't get it, man. Hey, at least it makes me feel like I got a chance, bro. My point is, what was my point? Because then I started thinking of Malika Andrews and I completely lost where I was going, Darian. What was I talking about? Thanks, bro. I know what it is, bro.
Picks,
Guess
man.
what? Know what it is. Cleveland, Evan Mobley, straight up swap for Giannis. 6 years younger than Giannis.
That ain't gonna happen. Ain't no straight up. That man's 30 years old. Ain't no straight up. I need your children's first round picks and some more.
I mean,
we ain't Dallas, baby.
I didn't say you were, but if Cleveland wants Giannis,
you got to give me more than him.
I mean, they can package up something, but again, on NBA Today, I think it's called, Malika's show.
Yep, that's it.
And the thing for me is like, I think the trade actually, for me, straight up makes both teams better.
Straight up.
Like, just if you did it, the reason I say that, okay, and the point is Evan Mobley is...
Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley.
Is 22-ish, 23 at the max. Mm-hmm. So he's a puppy, right?
And he's already signed to his max contract.
And he's all locked up and loaded, and this dude's, he averages almost a double-double, just under 10 rebounds a game and almost 20 points. Defensive Player of the Year because he's a shot blocking machine, shoots 50%, 55% from the field or something like that. Got good numbers. Is he a good basketball player? He's a damn good basketball player. Will he ever be a top 5 in the MVP voting type basketball player? Will he ever be an MVP like Giannis? No, he will not. But you know why I think it's better? Good for both teams?
Why you say that?
Well, let's be real. Look at right now where Milwaukee is. Their window just closed. I'm sorry. It's rebuild time. Milwaukee, you need to approach this like the Thunder. You need to approach this like constructing a roster let's say the Pacers. Be a little bit different, maybe like the Knicks. You got to do something. But holding Giannis with a team that doesn't have a bunch of shooters around him, Dame Lillard's done. You saw what happened at the end of the season. This is just, it's that time. You got your chip. Milwaukee, you need a reset. Bring in young people around a young Evan Mobley and see if you can get back to, piece this thing back together over the next couple of years.
If I'm San Antonio and I hear that, I do not let Giannis leave the building. I'm calling you and I'm offering you that second round pick. I'm offering you Devin Vassell as well as Castle and next year's first round pick. Holler at me, Cleveland.
Holler at your boy.
Holler at me. They have more than enough assets. So now you got Giannis and Wemby.
You got one that can shoot. You got one that can go to the line and, go to the rack and dunk everything.
And on some level, I think you can keep
my question
Castle.
is, Giannis can defend everything, but...
He's today's center of your dreams.
But, if you have Jared Allen, Giannis, Donovan Mitchell, Darian Garland, I'm sorry, Max Strus, you suck.
Yeah, you got to put some assets in there.
You got to put something else with Cleveland.
You got to put something
But
else
if you got Garland and Mitchell who can shoot and make it rain from the three-point line, you got Jared Allen who's doing the dirty work, and you got Giannis who can cut people up and dunk on their face, that is kind of a perfect mix, in my opinion. If you got Cleveland, bro, Spidey Man and Darius Garland might be small, but they can shoot, and they are straight-up gangster when it comes to, breaking you off some. Ankles broken, ball in the hole, how you like me now.
I'd give up one of those for Giannis.
But you give up Evan Mobley, and you replace him with that dude who can come down that lane and somehow do like a 360 pirouette spin that big, that long, that athletic, then dunk on your face and put his crotch in your nose, like that's a sick, sick move, bro.
I feel you. I just ain't having it if I'm the Milwaukee GM.
I mean, what do you think? Do you like the Houston
There's a
one
lot.
better?
There's a lot of
some of the
assets out
rumors
there.
right now. What is so weird to me is like the rumors that are out there kind of suck, and I'm sure that they're lowball because they're trying to like get it for the as low as you can.
Golden State actually could put together a package.
Man,
They have first round
they've been
picks.
paying taxes on that team for so damn long.
Yeah, but I would give up Draymond. I would give up Kuminga and 3 or 4 first round picks.
I don't know if they would like if they have the cojones to give away to
You got to get rid of Draymond at some point.
because what if he burns down the whole building?
And as far as in Milwaukee?
No, I'm talking about like
Oh, on the way out.
On the way
out, okay.
You got to be thinking this is a really nice arena we got.
Okay, he ain't leaving quietly. That's what you're saying.
No, man. But like the Rockets, they were like rumored to.
They have more than enough assets.
They want like this is what messed my head up is like the rumors because I think this was on Ryan Russillo's show that I was watching, listening to their stuff, and he was talking about how crazily like the thing that's nuts is Milwaukee wanted Jalen Green and Jabari Smith.
I would give him up.
What does that kind of also signal when you hear things like that? And then you hear Evan Mobley. Milwaukee wants to rebuild and go young. They're looking at the Thunder, a bunch of young bucks growing up together. Get in that, get a coach in there and get that right mindset. Change. Can't keep doing the same thing. Right now, Giannis also, again.
OKC is 8 first round picks up until the 2029 draft.
Damn. Like that is
Damn.
thieving. And nobody's rumoring jack about OKC and what they might
You
do
could
in the
keep that
offseason.
entire team together and give up 7 first round picks and just straight up be done with it. I think you'd have to give up some money. I don't think that would work money wise. But you can give up very few assets and keep that thing together.
Yeah.
Very few.
I mean, the offseason is going to be great. But again, back to the original point, looking at this year's playoff, that superstar, again, Shea's going to be the MVP. This is going to be his first MVP. He's still a baby. He's in OKC, too. And you're like, well, John, dude, James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook played all together in OKC, and still they didn't get the kind of probably love and attention they deserved when they were young coming up because it's OKC.
They got to a finals, but that's about
They
it.
did, and, I'm just saying, early on, like, were you all up in the beard? Were you all up in Russell Westbrook?
I like them 3 together.
Now, everybody liked KD because he was cold-blooded, man. Dude couldn't even bench 185 pounds. But, man,
This is
he can
OKC's
stroke.
3rd MVP, John. Does that not make you jealous? They're 6 hours up the road. For as much as we despise Nashville, Oklahoma City is just 6 miles up the road. They're on their 3rd MVP. Like, we need one. The luck of that team, man.
I don't know
It
if
makes
it's
me
luck,
sick.
brother. I don't call it luck. Call it being a great
Great
damn
GM.
general manager.
Great GM.
And the whole point, again, is where is that superstar? And then the follow-up question is, are teams now going to start constructing differently? Look at the New York Knicks. Now, the Knicks did it different. The Knicks, I'm not going to actually even try to pretend and say they did it through the draft.
They did it through Dallas.
They also had the cojones and the wherewithal to believe in a guy in Jalen Brunson, when a lot of people thought he was just a really nice piece. He plays great with Dallas, yada yada yada. But can he be the little engine that could and run a team? No. He's
Nobody
too
believed
little.
it.
He's too little. He's not. He doesn't have the ups. He's not big enough. He's not fast enough. I mean, 6'2", $190 in the NBA ain't big, bro. And did you know that he was a second-round pick too?
He was out of Villanova.
And what'd they do? They snatched his ass from Dallas.
The Knicks, first of all, had to have the cojones to get rid of Porzingis to Dallas first. I think that was the first step in all of this.
Snatched Cat, who's been hitting threes, traded him with Julius Randle, who they did bring in and draft, but the injury situation, it just felt like it wasn't working. It's working in Minnesota. This is a thing kind of like the Evan Mobley, Giannis, where it benefits both teams.
They stole OG from Toronto.
They did steal OG.
That's who should have been in the Grizzly jersey, but whatever.
They drafted Josh Hart. No, Utah drafted him. Actually, damn it, I can't remember. But I know they didn't draft him. They brought in Hart. And then Bridges. Where in the hell did Bridges come from?
Brooklyn by way of Phoenix.
Them Nova boys, bro.
Hart was drafted by Utah, 30th pick, sir. 2017 NBA draft.
Man, that's like Nova North. Have you ever really just thought about it? Like that whole Jalen Brunson, Nova, Bridges, Nova. And remember the guy that they used to have?
He was Knicks.
The other Nova kid. They got Josh Hart, too, who's also
DiVincenzo.
Nova. Yeah, DiVincenzo. That would be 4 Nova dudes. Nova North, the Knicks.
J-Ham says the Knicks, McBride is the only one they drafted.
Damn, man. Wow.
He said these were trades and a max free agent in Brunson.
And they did it. And that is, but did they do it by going out there and acquiring 1 superstar? 2 superstars? Nope, they highway robbed in a really good contract for a Jalen Brunson. Again, they traded Julius Randle, who was oft injured, didn't quite work. Bring in Cat, who's more of a 3-point shooter. You know, you trade for Josh Hart. You bring in Mikal Bridges. You move off to Vincenzo. You bring in, and you got Tom Thibodeau, who runs a system. Now, a lot of people complain and say that he runs you into the dirt. I don't know if you noticed, they in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Cat, Hart, Bridges, and 2 first-round picks will get you Giannis if you're in New York. I was just thinking aloud. Everybody's in, John, on this Giannis deal.
I don't think that New York would benefit with Giannis.
You don't think so?
I think you need 3-point shooters around him, and I don't think they have enough shooters in New York.
You keep Brunson. You keep
Again,
OG.
Brunson's game is not going to help and benefit somebody
What,
like
those
Giannis,
marksmen around him?
because Brunson's going to drive and get a teardropper. He's going to kick it to an open cutter. The cut would work with Giannis, yes, don't get me wrong, but he does the lob to so many people, and he also kicks it out to guys who hit open shots.
You want Max Strus on it. Pow. Need some shooters like that.
But everything's ebbs and flows in sports. They always change. Are we seeing kind of a little bit of turn of the guard? Like, did the Lakers go about it wrong? You got LeBron James. You got Luka. What else you got? You put it, and again, depth. You notice that Denver ran out of gas? Jokic, the best basketball player I still think right now on planet Earth.
Correct.
Like, currently right now is the best player on Earth. They didn't have enough. My man, you had 4 guys averaging 40 minutes for that team. You had Aaron Gordon, you had Jokic, you had Jamal Murray, and you had who am I missing?
Porter.
Nope, it wasn't Porter because he was averaging
Braun.
like 20. Oh, it's Christian
Braun.
Braun. Thank you. That's why.
Brown.
Brown. That's right. But it's Braun.
A-U-N.
Christian Brown. But the point is like the depth for OKC. You know who else has got a pretty deep team? Minnesota.
Yeah, but they rusty.
They play great defense. And we're going to talk about the matchups, Minnesota and OKC. But I really want to know what you think about the NBA and what does it mean for the Grizzlies? If you're climbing, how are you going to reconstruct this team with the things that you're seeing? You got to think to yourself, damn, if we do it right, we can do it. Look at Oklahoma City. Look at Indiana. You know? But damn it, you got to make you got to make the right moves. Got to acquire assets. Look at the Detroit Pistons. Do you remember how pathetic they were? Do you remember that?
Correct.
What'd they do?
Draft Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham, baby.
And they even missed on a couple because they acquired a lot of first-round picks because, what was it, Jaden Ivey?
Yep, they got Ivey.
Like, I thought was going to be awesome, and he has done absolutely nothing in the NBA.
A little bit injury riddled.
I mean, he's been riddled the whole damn time, but, this dude was a top 5 pick. I knew he was a Purdue guy. I was like, Purdue. Oh, my goodness, I've gone way over my time.
Zach Edey, you did not hear that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, Zach. That's right. You
are crazy.
Well, I'm going to take a quick time out, pay a few bills. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 30 seconds on a beautiful two-stepping Tuesday brought to you by Tito's, heavy in the basketball. We got to talk about the matchups, who we going to see that's win, who are the superstars in this series. Are you excited about the Eastern and Western Conference Finals? What do you think about the playoffs? We also got Germ coming on. We're going to talk NBA.
12 o'clock, Germ.
At 12 o'clock, who told you, Ham?
Ham.
Bro, I love you, Jay Ham, the historian. And what was I going to say? Hold on.
Got hockey starting tonight, too.
It's back. Hockey,
Yeah.
I can't believe this, man.
Tonight and tomorrow.
And I still don't like Canada. I still don't like Drake. Man, don't give me none of that BS. But hockey.
Panthers and the Hurricanes tonight.
Hockey's actually become a fun sport to watch. It's fast. It's scary.
Do you like the fighting?
Yes, I love the fighting. I also freak out. Like, man, you got a 1-goal lead in the final, 2 minutes of a game. And let's just say you got a 1-goal lead, and then they take the goalie out. They go crazy, crazy, crazy. There's so much action. Your heart's in your throat. But then, if you got a team, you got a team that's 1.5, and they're down by 1 in the final 2 minutes, and then they pull your goalie, you're just hoping they don't get that open goal net, and you're freaking out. Or if you have an over and under and 1 goal away, because those final few minutes in that third period are buck wild.
Shout out to Ovechkin not getting the record on an open goal. He didn't want it.
I like that.
I like that, too.
I do, too. And that shows that you have to be a baller. Everybody wants to score a goal, but this dude's like, nah, not the record like this. Not the record like this. We also got some of the craziest stories. Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick. I'm going to bring them up today. I got actually really probably one of the better hardwoods I've had in a while. We've got, remember Sophie Cunningham, the girl that I told you is I think the hottest WNBA basketball player?
Shout out to Sophie.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I looked her up, yeah.
Fine as hell, right? Long.
She ain't no Sue Bird, but I'm with you. Man,
dude, you and your dead gum. Are you a reptilian? You like a horse? You like that movie Scream? Sue Bird reminds me of The Mask. That long face.
That would be Rebecca Lobo. But
Hatchet wound. Man, Lord have mercy. Sophie Cunningham is fine. But she's in a little bit of trouble because guess what? We found out today that she has been accused of having an affair with the team's CEO who's still married. There's a lawsuit going around, and it's kind of interesting that she played the whole time out there with the Fever. And guess who she's with now? Wait, not the Fever. In Indiana, the Fever?
Yeah, Indiana.
She got traded in the offseason to the Fever.
From the Mercury.
From the Phoenix Mercury. And again, the Phoenix CEO is the dude. And I ain't going to lie to you, bro. If you're married to a guy who is running a WNBA basketball team, you don't want Sophie Cunningham on that team because she's irresistible. It's like a man's kryptonite. Do you remember that show, Superman? Only thing, Superman could, leap over a tall-ass building, stop a bullet. Oh, my God, I'm still going. Whoopsie daisies. Sorry, y'all. Sophie Cunningham, hot. Affairs, Shannon Sharp news. I got some really, really weird stuff, and I got great life advice. Plus, we're going to bet and make some money. It's a two-stepping Tuesday. Come back and join me. Sports56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 95 FM.
Ken Garland, you are in your 72nd year of business. Your son William is now joining you. What do you think is the key to your longevity in the building business?
My dad started the business in 1965, and I think being on the job sites daily and being accessible to homeowners has been a key to our success.
You guys have a work ethic, as you like to say. You're not hiring people to be on the site. You guys are there every day.
We interact with the subcontractors multiple times a day on each job site. I think that has been a key, as well as using using the same subcontractors 20 plus years in most cases.
When you talk about materials, what is the first thing you're thinking about when somebody comes to you to build a home?
We're just trying to meet the expectations of the client and the homeowner and the architect and give them what their dream is.
When you get a Ken Garland home, what do you guarantee?
We'll be there after the job is finished. We're still accessible to all our clients.
Now I need to know, how do I get a hold of Ken Garland?
You can reach us at kengarland.com.
Is your captain speaking? The passenger with mirror pass off you or move?
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Get blanket. Mirror pass works fast. Move out the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Over, girl.
Makers of Miralax. New Miralax soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Look for Miralax at Walmart today. Occasional constipation contains magnesium hydroxide.
This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Penstorf Realtors. I'm often called Shell Done because I sell homes and work with buyers and I get the job done. There are 7 keys to successfully selling your home quickly at a great price. First, call me. I do my research and advise you on preparation, presentation, and proper pricing that gets you the activity to get the best price. Follow my advice and it can happen. I did mention 7 keys to a successful sale, didn't I? Well, if you use the first key, calling or emailing me, you really don't need the next 6 keys. Remember, that's Sheldon Rosengarten at 483-0546 or MemphisRelocate.com. If you don't need me now, write it down for later or for a friend. That's Sheldon at 483-0546 at MemphisRelocate.com. Do it now, and who knows, you may hear your home advertised here. Remember, as bad a golfer as I am, when selling homes, Shell Done gets it done.
Welcome to Fat Larry's in Bartlett. Come in today for award-winning barbecue and so much more. Cat flesh, steak burgers, chicken, certified prime Angus beef steaks, along with all the sides, homemade rolls, delicious desserts, beer, and service that is out of this world. Fat Larry's cooks everything made to order just for you. Dine in or order online at fatlarrys.com. We're the best barbecue, Southern cooking, and friendly atmosphere in town. Family owned and proud of it. Fat Larry's, conveniently located at 7537 Highway 70, just west of Appleton.
Visit Frontier Western Store today for new shirts and boots. Frontier is your top Carhartt store in the Mid-South. There's thousands of in-stock shirts and jeans. They have the classic K87 pocket tee in every color they make, including new ones just released. Available small to 4X. Want new jeans? Frontier has you covered with super tough work in them by Carhartt. And you've got to check out their selection of area jeans for men, women, and children. You'll love how easy it is to find the size and style you need. Have you seen Frontier's remodeled world-famous boot showroom? It continues to expand. New styles by Area just arrived, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, trust that Frontier's the place to come. See thousands of pairs of Area boots and thousands more by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and others. And Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so you know just the local shop to visit. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Get blanket. Mirror pass works fast. Move out the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Over, girl.
Makers of Miralax. New Miralax soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Look for Miralax at Walmart today. Occasional constipation contains magnesium hydroxide.
Pools, and more pools. Yes, it is pool time at Family Leisure. Family Leisure is already booking pool installs, so you need to buy now and get on that list. 24-foot pools start at $19.99 install. Liners are starting at $2.99. You're going to need some pool accessories, so they're all up to 20% off. Not quite ready for a pool? That's fine. Get a 5 or 6 person hot tub starting at under $7,000. You can also go for a swim spa or perhaps a cold plunge tub. Those are now $2,000 off. Get patio furniture up to 50% off on select sets. Buy your pool now. Get on that install list. Mention this commercial, and your install is free. It's underlined in the in bold print, so you know it's big. It's pool time at Family Leisure. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Pretty fired up. Finally got some basketball back on. I like playoff basketball. I really do.
So does Randy. You see what he texted you?
Oh, no, let me check. What did Randy say? Although the Thunder finished 19 games ahead of the T-Wolves during the regular season. Whoa, almost hiccuped. Woo, got a little bit of it out there. Bruh, where'd that come from? I'm looking forward to watching the big three for Minnesota. Ant, Randall, and Gobert go against OKC in a 7-game series. I still haven't decided if I'm going to put some skin in the game or if I'm just going to sit back and watch. Randy, don't bet on Minnesota. Don't think about betting on Minnesota. What is that? Maybe we don't think about thinking about betting on Minnesota.
The rest in Minnesota.
Man, I don't give a damn about rest when you got a bunch of kids that are 24 years old, 25 years old. When you were 25, you could drink all day, stay out on a lake, get 12, 14 hours of sun,
and get 2.5 hours of
go
sleep.
back to your cabin and drink till 3, be back up at 9, skiing at 10. Damn, that could have a double meaning.
Or headed to FedEx to work. So,
or knock out a little work, man. Or a workout. Because when you young, you could do anything. I had a crazy friend who I was young, man. This is not a joke. He was one of those dudes, like not like Jalen Brunson. God gave him every gift. Sadly, he squandered most of it away. But dude was literally born built like a brick house. You know what I'm saying?
He was an Adonis.
Dude was just yoked, was fast, didn't have to really work everything, was better than everybody, was just damn good. But this dude would like drink Jack while working out. Not probably a really good idea. You know what I'm saying? Don't think it's good for your liver or hydration.
Jack and barbells.
Like, that just don't make no sense to me. So, OKC, by the way, I don't think they've been sitting around drinking on whiskey. I'm not worried about them. I'm going to tell you right now while Minnesota's screwed. And so, no disrespect, Randy. This is straight love for me to you, trying to save you a little cash. Rudy Gobert was very effective against the Lakers, was he not?
Correct.
He was. Because LeBron James had to play the 5. Because Jackson Hayes didn't play. Because they didn't have a 5. And he's blocking a lot of short people shots like little Austin Reeves. He's getting rebounds because everybody around him is little. He had a game where he, what was it, like 29 points and 22 rebounds against the Lakers. The Rudy Gobert game. Now, was he mid-grade against the Warriors? Yes. Now, did I think Rudy Gobert was going to dominate the Warriors? Yeah, because Draymond played the 5, and I just kind of thought to myself, he's undersized 5. Gobert's so big. But you know what Draymond Green just did to him? Pulled the ball out and played point forward. Point center, whatever. If Gobert came out to defend him, it would open up passing lanes, or it would just open up because he could drive right around Gobert and get to the rack. Also, if he didn't close out, guess what? Dre will shoot a 3. And remember, he was hitting a few of them early. So he was kind of not necessarily neutralized, but Gobert wasn't the deciding factor or even, I think, a big part of Minnesota against the Warriors. The biggest part about the Minnesota game against the Golden State Warriors was the fact that Steph got hurt in the first game. Like, let's just be real. I like Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a damn good basketball team. But tell me, what is Rudy Gobert going to do to Isaiah Hartenstein, whose shot is about an 80, he's sitting at 79%. He catches it with one hand goes up like a little push shot. Gobert ain't blocking that because he ain't quick enough.
Yeah, but he can disrupt it. I need him to be 7'1", 7'2",
Dude,
whatever he is.
Hartenstein doesn't have a problem doing that on real bigs, let alone Rudy Gobert.
He has 4. You're not giving any credence that this is a 4-time defensive player of the year, and he can flip the switch on.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is a defensive player of the
Not
year.
4 times.
Dude, Evan Mobley, again, it's like stocks. The defensive player of the year is not really. Lou Dort was the best defensive player this year in the NBA. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn what anybody else says.
Ooh.
Just because he gets steals and blocks and you add them together and he has more than everybody else. Well, you got this dude named Jared Allen who's doing all the dirty work. All he has to do is come off help and block shots. It is not like he's the best defender on the team. He ain't locking nobody down. He ain't, when all is said and done at clutch time, you ain't putting him one-on-one against anybody that's worth you ain't putting him against a stud, period.
I don't want to bury the lead.
But
Did I
guess
just
what
hear
you
you
gonna
say
do?
Lou Dort was the best defensive player?
He was the best defensive player this year.
I get you. So he'll be the best defensive player on the floor.
He'll be the
in
best.
This
he will be
matchup.
the best defensive player on the floor.
Okay.
But my point is, like realistically, when it's time to lock somebody down, Lou Dort, divorce court. He
I
just
need a
paid
snort.
my child support. I need a start. Lakers in 5. Lou Dort is the guy who they are going to put on. I don't give a damn who it is. He's going to play defense. And he's going to lock your ass up. It's pretty simple.
If they do what you say they're going to do, they're going to win the championship because that means they have 4 awesome defensive players. SGA is an awesome defensive player. Caruso is awesome.
The whole team is a great defensive team. And the Thunder, again, like the Timberwolves went through a Warriors team who didn't have Steph Curry. Played a Lakers team with no center. Out of shape Luka and 40-year-old LeBron playing the 5. Please.
There's reports that Luka's at 24-hour fitness as we speak, sir.
Thunder, though, had to go through Denver, who is a championship team, and Jokic is a baller. Sorry. Just, they are not the same thing. And again, Rudy Gobert, we talk about Oklahoma City. I've been telling you about Oklahoma City. I just mentioned Isaiah Hartenstein, the lightest skinned brother I've ever seen in my life that doesn't have alopecia. He has that little bitty touch shot. And guess what else they do with him? You know when Shea drives, do you notice how he just throws up that little lob and he dunks because Rudy's going to have to come out there and try to stop Shea, right? Yup. And he's too slow to do it.
You hadn't brought up Julius.
I haven't even brought up Julius, or this is the other thing. So let's just say you decide to go small ball and you got Chet. What in the hell is Rudy Gobert going to do against Chet Holmgren?
Okay, now here's...
So, one, Isaiah Hartenstein, teardrop all day long. He's also going to bang with you.
Hartenstein's not out there on the small lineup, though, right?
No, I'm saying if they're big, Hartenstein I still think has the advantage. If they go small, I think Chet has a huge advantage. Pull him out, get him out of the paint, and hit threes all day. If he comes out there, go right around him, dunk like you've been doing. Chet's been frisky. Did you see him out there fighting against Jokic?
Chet's been frisky.
You seen him fighting against Jokic? Boy's got better post-game moves than I promise you Karl Anthony Towns. So where is Rudy's advantage?
I mean, his teammates, obviously. You got McDaniels. You got Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
I love Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Do you trust him to put it in the hole?
DiVincenzo. Don't you trust your Villanova guy?
I mean, against OKC, no.
Okay.
I think this is not, I'm being dead serious. If this thing goes past 6 games, I will be shocked.
Sounds like it.
It's a 5 or 6 game series, either a gentleman's sweep or OKC wraps that junt up in Minnesota.
I didn't think I would have any more ammunition to root against OKC, but now you're giving me much more. I despise OKC.
Ant-Man, I like him, but we've also seen 2 postseason games where he couldn't score in the first half of a basketball game. And if you get behind on OKC, does Minnesota really have the offense to come back and the firepower to come back? Look, Mike Conley, I love him.
Oh, and you got the little
but he ain't going to be hitting 6 threes. DiVincenzo's not going to hit 6. Anthony Edwards, as big a star as Anthony Edwards is, and as big as a cojones as Anthony Edwards has.
Allegedly.
Yeah. My man has been shooting 36.2% from the three-point line in the postseason. That ain't like he's Stroker Ace who was born to race. This ain't Ray Allen on Miami just got to sit in the corner and hit threes.
No Jesus Shuttlesworth.
This ain't Jesus Shuttlesworth. This ain't even Billy Ho. But Anthony Edwards can get to the rack. But you notice one thing that happens in the postseason? You got dudes like Anthony Edwards who are used to getting those calls when he goes to the route and they get blown on.
Oh, he's going to get all the calls in this.
He will not. They are not calling.
You don't think so?
I've been watching the whole playoffs. They're letting them play basketball, and thank God.
Yeah, but compared
Shea
to star power, though, he'll get it against
Bro,
OKC.
what are you talking about? Why would you say that all of a sudden they're going to start shooting more free throws?
No, not that he's going to get more of them, but he's going to get his star treatment. He is. Maybe not the team.
He shot in the last game, Anthony Edwards, I believe, had 4 free throws.
Yeah, that's because he ain't going to the rack.
No, he went to the rack, and he was complaining and whining like a little baby the whole damn time. Again,
he's going to get beat up is what you're saying.
Just getting touched in the regular season, they're like, blow the whistle, trying to keep you healthy. Don't play defense, just score. Damn it, this is the playoffs, man. It's a grown-ass man's league. It's full grown-ass man basketball. They are letting bodies bang. You've watched it the whole series, man. That thing had opened up. Remember who was it for Houston? It went right through my man's chest. The thing is free throws are down, period. Till that fourth quarter when they're fouling on purpose and they blowing it. I think OKC walks the Timberwolves. And again, Randy, I hear what you're saying in the aspect of you got a stud in Ant-Man and you got Rudy Gobert. And I didn't even mention Julius Randle. And the reason I did not mention him is what advantage does Julius have in this series?
Okay, so he's a wing playing 4.
Who is sometimes aggressive, sometimes very flaccid, who likes to shoot threes, who doesn't really go out there and just... I like Julius Randle. Was he good in the last series?
There you go, because you're Mr. What Have You Done For Me Now lately. He has been awesome in the series.
Against Golden State, an undermanned small team. Bro, the Golden State Warriors...
You have no faith in this Minnesota team.
The Golden State Warriors who didn't have Steph, who don't have a big. You're telling me, I mean, they beat Brandon Podziemski. Come on, bro. They beat Bucktooth Buddy Hield, who had one great game.
The Buddy Hield game.
Old school Jimmy Butler. Look, Jimmy Buckets is awesome, but bro, this ain't the Miami Heat. He ain't in the East, man. You can put a team on your back in the East and carry them like Brunson's doing. This is the West. The West is different, brother. Jimmy ain't carrying Dre. He ain't carrying dead weight and Brandon. He ain't carrying dead weight and Buddy. And he sure as hell ain't going to be able to carry Kayvon Looney and Jonathan Kuminga and damn... the Gloves kid, Gary Payton II. Moses Moody.
As well throw the Washington Generals out there, too.
Like, seriously, come on, bro. Yeah, if Steph is there, is it a different series? Absolutely. But Steph was not there. Who scores the most points? Steph. Who changes the way everybody plays? Maybe Steph.
Come on, Ant-Man. Help me prove Johnny wrong. We need you, Randall. We need you. That's all I can say. We need you, Randall.
Again, and Randall, like Butler wasn't even on him. You know what I mean? Like you had Kuminga trying to lock him up. Hell, Moody. It wasn't even, I mean, never know. That's the Golden State Warriors. I'm saying nobody was there. Yeah. What am I thinking? I don't even know. All I know is that OKC has been tested in the postseason against Denver. They rolled the Grizzlies. They are now seasoned. They are ready to go. And guess what? They open up the series.
They are now seasoned.
At home. Yeah, they're seasoned, bro.
They're still young.
They went through last year. They just went through a freaking battle with the Denver Nuggets.
I feel you. Still don't like them, but I feel you.
I mean, like, you do know, and in no disrespect, the Nuggets and the Clippers was probably one of the best series, period, in this whole playoffs.
Easily, yeah.
Like that damn Denver team, who went through the Clippers is legit. That Denver team that just fought Oklahoma City after Oklahoma City lost the first game of the series. OKC came back and took control of that junk. And let's also not forget, there was that game in there where OKC scored 87 points against the Nuggets in the first half, because when they get that hot, they are unstoppable. Minnesota doesn't have those type of runs. Minnesota plays great defense. But guess what beats amazing defense?
What would that be?
Damn great offense, man. The game is geared to score. The best defense, you can play sometimes the best defense in the whole world, but you know what? You make a great shot, damn it. And they got a lot of shot makers.
Going to buy me a Mike Conley Minnesota jersey. Come on, Chris Finch.
Dude, I'm going to get me a Lou Dort divorce court. I need a snort shirt made up.
Minnesota in 6. Come on.
Smother yo.
Come on, Minnesota.
We hadn't even talked about the deadgum East. By the way, I just spend an hour talking basketball, me?
Yes, sir, we did.
Mainlining over here.
And primarily the West.
And also, I mentioned Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah, Lil Cunningham.
By the way, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be watching the Indiana Fever, and it ain't got nothing to do with Kaylin Clark, brother.
You'll be watching for Aaliyah Boston. I know you.
I like Aaliyah Boston out of South Carolina. You didn't think I knew that, did you?
No, I did.
Don't be messing with me, bruh. I'm all up into this gambling with the girls. I like women better than men anyway. You know that, right?
Allegedly.
No, allegedly my ass. I love you. You're a good dude. Like, I love my homie Matt. I love my friends. I love my family. I love Bob. I love all my peeps out there. But, man, I just like women. Like, you don't even have to be my friend. I don't even know you. But if you're talking to me, my friend's trying to talk to me, I'm going to be listening to the woman.
Shout out to Huckabee.
Hello, Wilbur. We got to talk with Germ, man. We got NBA, we got Hardwood and more. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Memphis Public Links has so much going on right now. Audubon is right around the fairway. Wait until you see when this thing is a finished product. Fox Meadows is in great shape. The Links at Pine Hill is now a masterpiece of a place to play, as are really all the other Memphis public golf courses. Galloway is playing like a championship course. They just finished the 75th year of the OPO, and Overton Park is now talked about, and that layout all across the state. And by the way, folks, it's so easy to make a tee time. The hard part is getting your buddies to pick their time. You go online to memphispubliclinks.com, select your course, then grab your tee time. Simple, easy, and incredibly convenient. Also, on the website is a schedule of upcoming events. There you'll find something that will interest you. Again, if you want to book a tee time or find out more about tournaments or other events at any of the great Memphis public golf courses, go online to memphispubliclinks.com.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice fan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol and select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Hey, it's out, it's time to drive into savings at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown. And I got Marty McKnight on the phone to give you the scoop.
How about a 2025 Jetta S, $299 a month?
Brand new Jetta S, $299 a month. What else you got, Marty?
I've got a 2025 ID Ford S Limited, $399 a month. And feel the vintage vibes in a 2025 ID Buzz Pro S Electric Buzz, $599 a month.
And Marty was telling me earlier, Volkswagen has the lower cost of maintenance across 24-25 lineups compared to 24 Toyota or Honda, so it's obviously the smarter choice. So get on over to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online, GossettVWG.com, and be sure to ask for Marty McKnight.
You got that right, Randy. So come see us at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown. And remember, your future is what you make it.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park
President Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and the staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home in Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Automobile Park at 901-374-7342.
There's no place like home, Town Village.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studios, we are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis.
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 at 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Damn. Sat on my cord and almost choked myself.
I mean, people in the streets call you NBA Johnny after that last hour.
Man, you know why? Because I like physical play, and they freaking call it right in the playoffs. They let them play. Physical brand of basketball.
I like GM Johnny, too.
I like GM Johnny,
I
too.
like GM Johnny. I'm just waiting for you to try to put a package together. What can the Grizz do to get
I got
Giannis?
the package already together.
The package already.
You know what I'm about to do? I think I'm going to tell
Your
you right
package
now.
is awfully gashy.
Can I tell you something? You know who I just
What?
realized my favorite pro athlete in the world is?
OJ?
Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie, okay. Or Sophie.
My favorite Indiana Fever player. I'm going to be watching the Indiana Fever all year long and probably won't even notice Caitlin Clark because Sophie Cunningham's on the court.
Mine was Tamika Catchings, all-time greatest hit, Fever.
Well, did Tamika Catchings sleep with the CEO who was married of the Mercury?
No, but she was a Tennessee Volunteer, John.
Well, the fact that Sophie's willing to do it makes me feel since I'm engaged, I've got a chance.
Got a chance.
Chas, if you're listening, go back to work. Quit listening to my show.
Zero chance she knows Sophie.
I'm just kidding, Chas. I don't have a chance, Chas. She's pro. She knows I have a chance, right?
Both of us do the same thing. My wife said,
Man, I keep going to 901 Aesthetics. I promise you I'm going to have a chance. I'm like that. Got that Benjamin Button going on. Aging in reverse. Looking fine all the time. By the way, seriously, men, I'm not joking with you. Older you get, you got to take care of yourself. You got a little aging skin, texture concerns, you got any dullness. You got to keep that pigment looking good. What about your hair? Is it falling out? Because they can put PRP, platelet-rich plasma, your own blood, back in your dome and regrow hair. They can laser that stuff, regrow hair. They can do laser hair removal. I had my neck done. I had my back done. Not like I was... Remember George the Animal Steel? I didn't have no hairy back like that. I just had a couple of them strays that grow up when you get old. You know what I mean?
Dirty Dutch Mantel.
Man, gone. Also had my eyebrow in the middle done, baby. My eyelids lasered so they look young and rejuvenated. You need to go to 901 Aesthetics. Look fine. Because, again, the rule is if you are not going to date your age, then at least date your wage. So, what that means is if you got a little bit of money and you want to date a fine person, you ain't dating your age and you're dating your wage, a younger girl who likes that money, you know what you need to do? Take care of yourself because you don't want to. Not every woman is just so money hungry they'll overlook the fact that Bill Belichick is old and ugly. There ain't a Jordan Hudson for everybody out there. So take care of yourself. 901 Aesthetics. You got any regrets? Like you got one of them tattoos? Says some other girl's name on it. Get it removed. All you have to do, and it's really simple, just book a consultation with Lauren McCann, 901-221-1256. 901-221-1256. You can check her out on Instagram at 901 Skin Vibes. You can check her out on Instagram at 901_aesthetics. You can find her online at 901 Aesthetics. Man, get that bad boy book, get your consultation, and get taking care of yourself. I know Germ knows the rule. If you ain't going to date your age, make sure you date your wage. I told Superman when he told me this the other day, I'm more like Robin Hood. If I actually was rich, I'm going to take it to the girl that ain't rich. One, because it'll be easier. I can impress a girl with no money if I got money. But if a girl's got money, how do you impress her? Well, I can impress her that way too, so I'm lucky. But you might not be that blessed.
Hard to impress Huckabee.
And the other golden rule of life, the day you hit 30, for the rest of your life, you divide your age by 2 and add 7. So if you're 30, you can only date a 22-year-old. 30 divided by 2 is 15 plus 7 is 22. That will keep you out of trouble. When you're 40, 27. When you're like 50, 32. You see what I'm saying? It's younger, but it ain't going to get you in a whole lot of trouble with your family. They ain't going to think you need to be locked up, getting mental illness. They ain't going to think some young little floozy's coming to take all their money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seems like you'll be 60 with a 33-year-old at that rate.
60 would be 37. If
okay.
I'm 60, you shouldn't go younger than 37.
Okay, I get you now. I get you. Okay, I get you now.
70, 42. Simple, brother.
Bill Belichick, 24. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Germ, though, the reason I bring that up, because these are the golden rules on life. I'm kind of like changing in the NBA. One of the golden rules as of late was go out there and get superstars, bring them in, we'll put pieces around them, and they're going to go get a chip. Right now, where are those superstars? LeBron sitting home, Luka sitting home, Giannis sitting home, Jokic sitting home, Steph injured sitting home. Everybody sitting home. You got Jalen Brunson, the biggest star in New York. Little man, nobody wanted him in Dallas. You got my man Tyrese Halliburton, the human tripod, more famous for his bedroom prowess than his NBA play. You've got over there Shea, who's still a baby in OKC, and the world's just finally kind of realizing who he is. And the way they constructed that, it was highway robbery. He traded Paul George for 1 million picks. Shea, Danilo. And then you look over like right now, like in Minnesota. You got the first pick, you get Ant. You build around him. That superstar, that let's grab 3. Didn't work in Phoenix. It was a disaster in Brooklyn. It looks like the NBA, the way the GMs play is changing unless you're Rob Pelinka. Germ, how are you doing on this Two-Stepping Tuesday?
Yo, how we doing?
Man, I'm blessed. Jeremy Merritt, my homie, who joins me now every single Tuesday. Sorry I took a long time. I was a little long-winded. I get a little carried away on Tuesday. ADD hits me sometimes harder, worse than the other days. But, man, I got a question for you. When you look at right now the way the NBA landscape is and you look at the playoffs this year, you saw last year, again, Boston was, the way they did it was also different. Is this now, like, going to be the changing of the way GMs start constructing teams?
So here's what I think. I think basketball is more of a longevity sport than a lot of sports because you have a lot more games and things like that. So you need 15 guys. You need a bench. You need to be able to have 15 players that are available to play for 82 games. And then after that, you're going to have a playoff grind. And that's when you put your best rotation together and things like that. If you see the constant for this playoff, you have 2 teams, 1 team in each conference right now currently that are left that are more than 8 deep. The traditional way of doing it was 8-man rotation in the playoffs, and pretty much we went from there. Today, we got teams that are running 10 to 15 players, and that right there is the key to being successful in today's NBA, especially when the pace of the game is now moving at a rate where we didn't see that move in the 90s. So
good point.
The 90s being the slowest era, and now we're coming to the 20s,
NASCAR,
and we're talking 120 plus possessions a game because we're moving the ball. We're pushing the rock up and down the court. So, I mean, I think today's NBA is going to change in that way, and it's really become a lot more, again, about the aspect of the team. Of course, the superstars bring it home, and the superstars win them. But in this NBA today, with the salary cap being where it is going to start being more about who has the best 15 or who has the best 10 than who has the best 8.
I agree with you 100%. That's why I absolutely love the Thunder, for so many damn reasons. One, again, when you have a team that not one player in any series has averaged even 40 minutes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is averaging 30, like 7.5. You had like Jalen Williams, who's averaging like 37, 36. And then it just goes down from there. Chet's under 30. You have Dort playing just at about 30. You know, like Hartenstein's around 28. You got 5, 6 dudes on the bench average double digits. They got at least 5 guys averaging double digits. Jay Will, Caruso, Wiggins, Wallace. So, like, that is something that is huge, especially coming off a 7-game series against the Nuggets, going into another 7-game series, the war of attrition. You've heard a couple NBA players, I wish we'd had more than one day in between the series. Well, I wish that you would have deeper teams that actually played more people, because guess what? Then the attrition wouldn't be that bad, because, fans, we don't need to wait 3 days for y'all to play every day. So, like, I like the way it is, and that's why I just love OKC. They're young, they're athletic, they can put the ball in the hole, and I think they walk Minnesota. Is there anything I'm missing? Like, because I don't think Rudy Gobert has a good matchup. If Hartenstein, he'll just do that little push shot. Chet gets on him, they go small. He can't go out there and guard him at the 3. He'll eat him up on the glass or just blow by him. I just feel like this is a bad matchup for Minnesota. What do you think about this series?
I think this is the series where you get to see. This is the series that you get to see if Anthony Edwards is, quote unquote, one of the top 3 players in the game. If Minnesota is able to win 2 games in this series and really make this an ugly 6-game, 7-game series, it'll be because Ant is probably one of the 3 best players in the league. And that's just kind of where we go with that part. I don't really see any way Minnesota wins, though. I don't see it because, again, Oklahoma City on the Western Conference side, they do a really good job of really, really, really just putting their fingerprint on the game in more than one way. They're going to defend. They're gonna play free. They're going to play in the open court. But most importantly, they're going to get some easy baskets. Minnesota goes through too many dry spells sometimes in the game where they work a little bit too hard to score, and it's too much dribbling, too much moving around. Easy baskets are going to be the key. I think Oklahoma City probably gets the easiest baskets outside of the other team on the other side that's 15 deep, and that's because they always moving that rock. If you're passing up good shots to get great shots, great condolences and, things like that for the Spurs contingency and everything like that because they're losing pop. But that whole philosophy of passing up good shots and great shots, that's where that started from.
And not only that, though, I also kind of look at the Thunder. Like, I think still the best series in the West that I like that just really sticks out and grabbed me was the Nuggets and the Clippers. Like, that was a damn war. Like, Jokic showed him you was a baller. Kawhi came out early. Like, it was a back-and-forth fight. Then you have a Nuggets team who's a full bunch of full-grown men. After OKC just rolls through the Grizzlies, the Thunder got punched in the face by the Nuggets. Lose game 1. They fought through that series. I kind of feel like they grew up. We learned a lot about the Thunder. When I look at the Timberwolves, you talk about being blessed. You got a Rob Pelinka who didn't have a center. Jackson Hayes. J.J. Redick just kept trying to go with that small ball lineup. Rudy Gobert looked like an all-star, grabbing like 29 points and 22 rebounds. Like, it was insane. It was a mismatch. Lakers didn't have a chance. It was like a Luka who's out of shape, 41-year-old LeBron James, yada, yada, yada. Against the Warriors, you talk about getting lucky. They lose the first game because they only scored 31 points in the entire first half. Steph Curry gets hurt, or this might be a different series. I just don't trust Minnesota because who have they really beaten to get here?
Well, it's hard to do that in the NBA, and it's hard to do that in sports in general. But I do understand where you're coming from. It's just you have to play who's in front of you. It's not Minnesota's fault that Wardell got hurt.
I guess what I mean by that, they are the 6th seed, and the fact is, in the 6 through the damn 8 were separated by like minute, very very minute. But again, I watched this Minnesota team play the Grizzlies multiple occasions. Like I don't see that. I didn't see a championship team when I watched them then. I just don't see a championship team right now. Ant is a stud. Julius Randle is a nice Robin. But like if your big three is Randle, Gobert, and Ant, I just don't think they're ready to take that next step. They ain't getting to the finals.
Well, who was the other championship team, or the team that had the championship quote unquote pedigree in the West?
Well, the pedigree right now is gone because we don't have pedigree anymore. 7 straight championships, different people. Like dynasty ain't real no more. And you got a Thunder team that's been growing up together. They are young. They've been together a long time. Best record, playing great basketball. And they went toe-to-toe with, I think, right now, the Nuggets, who right now is the second best team in the West, especially the way that Jokic was playing in this series. I mean, Aaron Gordon was awesome. But they just ran out of gas. I mean, you had 4 dudes playing 40 minutes a night. Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, and Jamal Murray. Nothing left in the tank. No legs, no lift.
Well, that's part of why I'm asking, because I think the Nuggets are the team in the West that make the most sense to be the team that is the most championship ready.
And
That's the reason. So the winner of that series, believe it or not, for me, the winner of that series was the Western Conference champion for me. When the playoffs first started, I said I felt Denver and OKC were the 2 best teams for me. I don't think that that's a shot at any other team. I just think that Jokic makes that a championship team, even though they may not look like a championship team all the time. If they have to get into a half-court game, who do you trust more in the Western Conference than the Denver Nuggets to run their stuff, coach or not?
Nobody.
You got Westbrook, you got Jamal Murray. Then you go along with the fact that pick and roll with Jamal Murray and Jokic is a top tier situation. But then him and Westbrook were running it masterfully as well. So you got 2 different pick and roll situations that are attacked 2 totally separate ways.
Yeah,
and you got to defend that.
And I'll tell you one thing: I thought the Thunder did a damn good job.
They did everything they could, like that. But that's the beauty of being deep enough to be able to trust your players to be able to do your job. I love when Bill Belichick used to say "do your job," and people used to be like, "What does that mean?" Or people used to whatever. Do your job means do what you are paid to do. What do I pay you to do?
Don't worry about everybody else. Do your damn job.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you like about the Thunder team. That's what they're about. They do their job. They know that their job is to defend, to run the court, and they know, most importantly, they need to knock down open shots because they know when Shea gets into the middle of the defense, he's going to draw or kick. So really for me, the only other thing that I think for the Thunder that's really going to be interesting is when Chet starts really, really cutting to the basket hard from when he's on that 3-point, when Shea gets to the middle of the defense. You start seeing that more consistently, that's going to be another problem.
I just think there's too many problems for the Timberwolves to overcome. I love the Thunder. Are you tonight in Game 1? OKC, 7.5 point favorite total, 217.5. You got to lean either way on one of those or both?
I I actually like OKC by double digits.
Me too.
I like OKC by 10 tonight. I think this is one of those games where if you're OKC and you're really if you are who you say you are, the superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here.
I love it.
So Lupe Fiasco. We're gonna take a little Lupe Fiasco, and we're gonna put it right there and insert it right there. That is the theme for the Thunder for the rest of this for this series and the next one. This is your ring to win or lose.
Now the Pacers and the Knicks, looking at that damn series again, and I feel like OKC, if they get past Minnesota, I don't care who comes out of the East. I just feel like the West winner, even if it is Minnesota, which I don't think it is, I think they the ones that are going to win it all. Pacers and the Knicks, though. Yesterday, I was like really up in the Knicks because they have Jalen Brunson, the most clutch player that I've seen in basketball in a long time. And then I had to kind of do a little bit of thinking and a little bit of remembering. You know, the Pacers are the only 3 times in the history of the NBA team's been down by 7 points in the final minute of a game out of, 1,600 games and come back to win it. 2 of those times happened during the Pacers' play. We saw Tyrese Halliburton miss a free throw, get the rebound, step back, put it in your damn eye. Like, playing cold-blooded. The human tripod, again, more famous for his bedroom prowess than his NBA play, but this is the second Eastern Conference Finals. Is Tyrese Halliburton starting to turn into a star? And when you look at the Knicks and Pacers, like you love Jalen Brunson, you trust Jalen Brunson because he is Mr. Clutch, but do you trust the pieces around him? Like who do you think has the advantage in this series? Knicks at home tomorrow night against the Pacers.
So let's make this clear. I think Tyrese Halliburton is a very, very underappreciated player in the NBA. You can't teach 6'5", 6'6". You can't teach that.
It's just because he has an ugly ass shot.
But most importantly, but
it goes in.
You realize that ugly shot
goes in.
Though, it goes in. So I can't do that.
I know that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's one of the reasons that we are so scared to say, look at this guy, he's a superstar, because we're like, that's not how you want your child to learn how to play basketball and shoot the basketball. But damn it, if he could do it and was effective, as effective as it is, it's crazy.
Tyrese needs to be a little bit more respected because Tyrese is just a winner. Tyrese is a winner. That's what he is. So let's just call it what it is. But when it comes down to this series, I think the Knicks can make it interesting because they got a lot of wing. See, what worked out well for the Knicks this year is all of those wing players, all of that wing depth that they were acquiring. Having OG with Mikal Bridges and also with Josh Hart, and then having Brunson and Cat. To be honest with you, that's probably they geared up to play Boston.
Yeah, they did. They really did. Yeah, they did. I mean, Miles Turner and Spicy P, totally different. Obi Toppin, totally different.
Now, that's where this gets interesting because now
Aaron Naismith.
Me and Ham got a real strict thing about calling that man Spicy P, and we don't do that. That ain't what we do. Pascal Siakam, okay? Let's make sure we say his name.
Pascal Siakam. Like, what is, like, Pascal? Isn't that a color? I'm colorblind, man. So not a big...
That's crazy. But I think Siakam, any night, can be a number 1 or number 2 option. Mixed in with Halliburton, who could be any night a number 1 or number 2 option. And then you're talking about having Miles Turner. Then the guard play outside of Halliburton has just been sensational. Like, TJ McConnell.
TJ McConnell is a pest, man. He comes in and he just does everything. Dribble, gets in the paint, gets out of the paint, gets here, gets there, grabs a rebound.
And with that nice little 17 to 12 foot little jumper
money
on here. And then you turn around on the other end, and I believe it's Nembhard. I think his name is.
Andrew.
He does a phenomenal job of just providing another scoring prowess from the other guard spot when he's in the game. And most importantly, he makes all the right decisions as well. So it's like you got three different guards that handle the ball a lot, that make a lot of good decisions, that get the ball to the open shooters. Not to mention that when Siakam actually found his rhythm later in that Cleveland series. So that's another issue. So if Siakam and Turner are hitting jumpers to go along with three-pointers going down, and you got to remember, Siakam is still a slasher when it comes down to him scoring, and he's a bigger player, that's going to be a problem for the Knicks.
I was thinking of that too, and plus Miles Turner. I don't know if he I think he's the most underrated center in basketball. Like he blocks shots, he grabs rebounds, he hits open threes. He doesn't demand anything. He just plays through the flow of the game, and it seems like he's always in the right damn place at the right damn time when they need a big play from him.
And I'm going to say this as well. I think he can. I'm not saying he can stop him, but I think he can guard Cat.
I do too.
Guard him.
He's got feet.
But it ain't even just that. It's if Cat goes to the low block.
Oh, he's
Miles
the worst
Turner
post
doesn't
player
have
I've
to be
ever seen.
intimidated by that.
No.
So it's like they got bodies that they can throw at Cat. Not only that, they got bodies they can throw at Brunson.
Yeah, they really do.
They got
yesterday.
Yesterday
I was just high on the whole New York Jalen Brunson. Love this guy. I love him. I think he's one of the most clutch dudes I've ever seen. Like his footwork is phenomenal. At the end of the game, he's there. And I kept doing kind of what I've done to Minnesota when I looked at Indiana. I'd say, man, damn, you talk about the Pacers getting lucky, bro. Like, you go out there to Cleveland and you don't have Garland, who has a bad toe, Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley misses the second game, Spider-Man gets banged up, Hunter's out. You got lucky there. Bucks, Damian Lillard goes down. So, in your head, these things start playing with you. But when you go back game by game and you look at the way that they came back against the Bucks, and rip that one out of their heart, 119-118 on that Halliburton three. When you look at the way, they got those first two games in Cleveland, and that game two when they stole that bad boy, that just showed me a medal that reminded me as a team, kind of like the superstar that is Jalen Brunson. Because I don't know how it is, but in clutch time, Indiana and the Indiana Pacers have been phenomenal at executing. And that's one thing that I kind of came back to, I guess, this morning was wait a second. Team basketball, they're playing the best team basketball because the Knicks as well got lucky because Boston missed more open shots than I've seen Boston miss in a series in a long damn time.
Now, Johnny, now we're talking about something real here. It's a make or miss league. Boston missed.
A lot.
Historically bad. Did they miss? Which we'll talk about that another day. But you just said the key thing. Look at how many shots Boston missed that were not bad shots, that were in the rhythm of what they normally take in their offense and everything else. So, do you think Indiana's going to miss those shots? No, Indiana is not going to miss those shots. And if they do,
They lead the league in assists and all that stuff. They play team basketball.
If they do miss a bunch of threes, they're just going to speed the game up even more, press you at half court, and try to get some layups. Yeah. See the difference in the philosophy right there? It's just a total different philosophy, and that's not saying that Boston can't do the same thing with those two guards they have with Derek White and Drew Holiday. It's just the fact that. And we found out later about, Jaylen Brown and things like that as well. But we got to be honest here in this situation, and we have to really, really, really understand Indiana is primed for them to make a finals appearance. If there was ever a time for Indiana to do it, it was these last few years to be good. If there was ever a coach to be the coach, it was Rick Carlisle. All of that stuff just works.
Yeah, and it's kind of
This is
crazy
gonna
because if it
be
is the Pacers and the Thunder, think about it. Both teams do what? Play team basketball.
exactly.
And both play
What does
10.
that
But
say?
depth. They all both teams play 10 dudes.
And what does that say for the league as we transition away from the megastars? You don't need a LeBron
That's the
James.
question that I asked earlier in the show, and I was thinking to myself, golly, you looked at what happened in Brooklyn. You looked at what happened, of course, in Phoenix this year. You look how Luka and LeBron, got to the third seed and then fell apart in the playoffs because they didn't have any pieces around them or have a center. You look at the way the Golden State Warriors were actually able to build a championship was through the draft. You look at where the Golden State Warriors, the Rockets have resuscitated themselves. I mean, damn, Milwaukee also is another thing where I have to look at it and say, bro, you had a championship and you got rid of, Holiday and brought in Dame. It didn't work out. It didn't. I know they were buddies. You wanted to do something different. There's just, always trying to put, quote, two superstars or two dudes who really, really like each other. It just seems that it's set up for failure. Hey,
It's
look
not
at the
that it's set
Detroit
up for
Pistons,
failure.
by the way. Look at the Pistons, the baby Pistons. They even missed on Jaden Ivey, but they got a whole hell of a lot of picks. They grabbed that big buck, Jalen Duren, out of Memphis, Tennessee. Cade Cunningham, they got him. They brought in pieces. They bring in a vet like Dennis Schroeder. Collectively having a team is better than having a star.
Well, that's a conversation that I'll chime in on this way. It's always great to have a star. A star player puts butts in the seat. A star player gives you one guy that you know is the go-getter during certain periods of the game. But I think this is the other part of this conversation, too. Ball-dominant players are very hard to continue to get. Let's look at Giannis and Dame just as an example. 30 seconds. Dame does need the ball to be effective, but so does Giannis. So if Dame gets the rebound and he doesn't pass the ball to Giannis, and Giannis gets that full head of steam coming up the court, that's a better advantage than Dame coming up the court shooting a three. Because that Giannis possession is going to potentially get a foul on the other person's big, and it's going to potentially end up being it's a higher probability shot. Does that make sense?
More likely a 2, possibly a 3.
Yes. So it's more probable. It's just a higher probability that we actually get a good possession.
Mm-hmm.
So then you go down and you start talking about things that make sense. Giannis would probably play well with Dame under a lot of circumstances, but I don't think that Milwaukee team is still built the way that it once was. And then you still have to accommodate the fact that Dame, as good as he is probably more equipped for Giannis to play with a player like Steph, a player who doesn't need the ball to be as effective.
I agree.
So it's like when people have these great ideas and these light bulb moments, it's about understanding basketball and knowing who plays what and who plays where and who plays without the ball and with the ball, who needs the ball to be the most effective. And you keep putting ball-dominant player with ball-dominant player, and then you turn around and you get bad situations. And that's the reason why things don't work. Dame needs to dribble the ball. He has to feel the ball in order for him to continue to actually be able to score sometimes. That's the scorer's thing. But so does Giannis. Who's the better player, Giannis or Dame? So you need Dame to take a back seat. If Giannis goes to Golden State, let's just throw that out there because that's a little rumor. If Giannis ends up in Golden State and you see him on the court with Jimmy and with Steph, you're going to see those two people play.
Jimmy don't have to have the ball in his hands, but he can.
No.
He can even play point guard if you need him to. Steph doesn't have to have the ball in his hands. I do like that. You got Giannis, you got him driving where he's going to dunk or kick into a Steph Curry, or damn, bro, like Jimmy buckets on another. I kind of like that.
it makes a lot more sense.
Sure
because,
does.
Again, you're. That's how you construct a team the right way. I say this to the guys all the time. How is it that we, as quote unquote non-analysts and non-basketball people, because we don't get paid to do this as they say in ESPN terms, quote unquote, and I'm doing quotations very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we see this and we understand these things in basketball, football, and other sports, and the people who get paid top dollar don't? Might as well just let us do the constructing so we can make it entertaining for everybody. That's where we at.
Damn, I love it, Jerm.
That's 94 feet of life, beautiful 22. The dish, we do it all, man. We really want to see the best part of the game.
So what y'all drop last night, by the way, speaking of 94 feet of life?
Yeah, we dropped something last night. You guys got to go check out the show. I'm not going to even give y'all the details. I'm just going to tell y'all need to go and check it out on YouTube. 94 feet of life. Nice little preview show going into. Well, I said I wasn't going to give y'all no field game. So a nice little preview show. MJ stepped in for Ham. Ham had to take a ride. But look, at the end of the day, I'm letting y'all know, I need to make sure that y'all check out that 94 feet of life episode from last night with the conference preview. I will tell y'all again, we got a lot of jewels and a lot of gems in there that you probably gonna want to catch.
Nuggets
for tonight. And I can't say this any other way, man. These two series, they may not be great basketball series on the side of these two teams are kind of built similar on both sides. I'm looking for gentlemen's sweeps, 5 games apiece for both of these series. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there, Johnny. I'm thinking we're going to be 2-1 by the next time we talk for both of them. I really think that this is destined for the best 30 players to play in a 7-game classic for us that illustrates team basketball is where it's at.
And it'll be coming from the heartland. You got OKC and Indiana. That's who I think is going to be. Them big city boys over in New York. It's been 26 years. Wait till next year when it's 27. Jeremy, man, thank you so much for your time. I can't believe I kept you this long. Thank you again. We'll do it again next Tuesday. Everybody, follow him on the Twitter at GermSoTrue. Make sure you go to views for the 22 for the football and 94 feet of life for the hoops. Be blessed, Germ. I'll talk to you Tuesday.
Absolutely. Later, guys.
That's my homie, 901-406-1101. That's my buddy Bill's number. Why would you call Bill? Well, if you want to sell your house, it's done. You pick up your phone. You hit 901-406-1101. Bing, bang, boom. Bill answers, says, hello, this is Bill. And you say, I live here. He comes over there, checks out the crib, offers you a shot. You want this? You're like, yeah. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. It really is that easy. It's any house, any area, as simple as that. If you're in foreclosure, call 901-406-1101. If you just got a house and you're ready to sell it, 901-406-1101. If you lost all your money because you bet on Boston to win the NBA Finals, 901-406-1101. Get your cash in a flash. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. We got wood and a bet on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Wally Hatchet serves breakfast all day and Southern comfort food for lunch. Hatchet fans love our huge omelet, breakfast Sammys, scrambles, and chicken and waffles. For lunch, check out the Mississippi pot roast, chicken fried steak, grilled meatloaf are one of our best-selling burgers, lipstick on a cow. Pickup, delivery, and catering are also available. Visit WallyHatchets.com to order online. Wally Hatchets is located at 6439 Summer Avenue and open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Wally Hatchets. Count your blessings, not your calories.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Or you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice fan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol and select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes. Terry! Saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive. Well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry. Terry! Keep off when they change your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Woo! Be your own Terry. See if you can save as little as 7 minutes on progressivecommercial.com. Basic customers insurance company affiliates discounts not available in most states or situations.
The employee pricing plus Memorial Day sales event is on in Gossett. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, all the pipe. 25 Ram 1500 traits, crew cab 5.7 box rear-wheel drive. $12,391 off MSRP or $529.47 a month. How about off-road capabilities and refined features in 24 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4-wheel drive. $13,779 off MSRP or see over 36 months available. 25 Grand Cherokee Altitude X elevates the altitude trim with additional luxury features. $91.37 off MSRP. 5 for $34,798. 24 Dodge Hornet GT, $26,484. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat on the pipe. Online, GossettMotorCars.net. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motorcars.
MSRP 48,260, Wrangler RQ302914, MSRP 59,760, Cherokee SE 83,363, MSRP 43,935, Hornet R3A 42,101, MSRP 36,330, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, excludes tax title license, see dealer for complete details, offer valid through end of the month with approved credit, dealer stock only.
When it comes to preparing for a crisis, it doesn't matter if you're a year early, a month early, or a day early, but you can't be a day late. That's why millions of Americans trust My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest preparedness company. Right now, you can get their 4-week emergency food supply, plus an incredible bonus, 4 free 72-hour food kits. That's an extra 12 days worth of food, absolutely free. This kit provides hearty, delicious meals for 4 weeks with 2,000 plus calories per day, 12 essential vitamins and minerals, and a shelf life of up to 25 years. And for a limited time, they're including 12 additional days of food absolutely free, which means right now is the best time to get prepared. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com today to claim your 4-week food kit, plus an extra 12 days of free food. Offer ends soon. Shop MyPatriotSupply.com today. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I want to thank you for making us part of your dining experiences. If you are a first-time guest or have dined with us countless times, I want to thank you for making us part of your lives. Whether you're celebrating with the crowd or planning a cozy date night on the town, Napa Cafe can provide you an extraordinary evening. We have 5 dining rooms, including our private wine cellar, our Jan's room for 2 guests, and the Eleanor room for parties up to 60. Sit back, relax, and celebrate. Leave the cooking to us. Come see me at Napa Cafe, 5101 Sanderlin Avenue. We're open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. We also offer curbside pickup from our full menu. For details on our stay-in, dine-out menu or reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us. We can't wait to serve you.
Congratulations to Napa Cafe, celebrating 27 years of great food and service for you. Napa Cafe.
but you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Stuff's made in New York City?
New York City?
Get a rope.
Whoa! Get a rope.
I mean, you were so hard on New York City, I had to find that commercial.
I love New York and Jalen Brunson. Cat is hilarious. I love Tom Thibodeau. Like, I like New York. The stars are out when they're playing, Madison Square Garden, all that good stuff.
But here's the but.
But again, yesterday I was stuck with the bright lights in the big city. And oh my gosh, 26 years since they've been here. And holy cow, look at Jalen Brunson just fighting and willing this team, the little engine that could.
Larry Johnson, Stephon Marbury courtside, Amari Stoudemire.
The only person that we don't ever see anymore, who was the dude that got kicked out by James Dolan?
Oakley.
Man, you got to like, can we get a reconciliation with Charles Oakley?
Got to. I think they did. I think they kissed him.
No, I ain't seen him there.
I think there's more or less on Oak. I think they did apologize and told Oak he can come back, but he hadn't shown back up, I don't believe.
What an idiot. By the way,
Cardi B and Diggs be there. You see
Yeah. Like, dude always be showing off, said, yeah, I was. Just want to make sure you know. That's so rude. But again, I like me a lot of the Pacers. I got a lot of great stories that I'm excited about today, to be honest with you.
Got to get to them quick, buddy.
And I'm going to get to them quick and then get to a bet. Do we have one more break or do we just have the end?
Oh, you got 8 minutes.
Man, let's roll, baby. Y'all ready for this?
Access Hardwood.
Yes, it is Access Hardwood. It's always brought to you by the best. That's Tito's Handmade Vodka. If life hands you lemons, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Gluten-free, made from corn, made in the United States. The most fair-priced, amazing liquor in the entire world. There's no frills, there's no flavors, there's no fancy labels. It's just the good stuff. I don't need a goose on the side of my bottle. Because guess what? I ain't carrying around a damn bottle. I ain't eating nothing from Amsterdam. I mean, I'll smoke some lettuce. I'll do a little red light district action. But I don't need no Kettle One because that stuff's potato vodka. I don't want no Stoli. It's Russian vodka. No smearing off. That's Russian vodka. Hell no. I want Tito's. USA. USA. Let's go. Get your Tito's on today. Now, I got to tell y'all something. The world is a crazy, crazy, crazy world. And yesterday, you know how I love watching. I've been watching a little FS1. Have you noticed?
Yeah, you've been quoting Ryan Russillo and all that good stuff.
Ever since Joy Taylor started smashing the entire staff, I got interested to see how they ran that junt. You know what I'm saying?
They have been flawless. Not addressing any of that crap.
No, yeah, just going and going and going. They finally let her tatas back out. And she went on a podcast yesterday or Sunday and said that the problem with the world today is one simple thing.
What was that?
Non-oose-pay getting mother bleeping men was her quote.
Okay, I can see. Her Facebook and Instagram pictures are awesome.
She said she would legalize prostitution on the up and ready to make the world better. In fact, if you want to create world peace, she said, red light district on every corner.
It's quite the reason men are grumpy. Like, it's really simple.
By the way, you ever been in the red light district in Amsterdam, man? You just walk down the street, the chicks are standing in the windows. It is so amazing. You like walk by, it's like window dressing, hot naked chicks.
No, but
and
I
you're
had
gonna
an
get to sleep
inappropriate
with them
party.
if you have money.
No, but I had an inappropriate party at Dominican Republic.
DR, baby. Bro, in DR and Haiti next door to each other, like they touch, right?
I don't know. I was just praying I got back home safe.
Pretty sure. Anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? You brought up. Nah, bro. You just messed up everything for me. Oh, yeah, FS1.
FS1,
So,
Joy Taylor.
Joy Taylor got me completely on a side rant. My bad, Joy. No, it's your bad, Joy. But I've been paying attention.
She should punish you.
So, yesterday, when I saw my guy, by the way, who's like the number one, Emmanuel Acho's the number one dude that she was like, bumping uglies. By the way, did I tell you the other thing Joy Taylor said that I thought was actually, fascinating? What? So, and I disagree with her. I think she is one of those anomalies. So, somebody asked her also in the podcast, casual sex, no, this person made a statement. Casual sex doesn't benefit women like platonic friendship does not benefit men. Either be together or leave it alone.
She doesn't agree, does she?
She said no. Casual sex can be beneficial to women. Again, she's an anomaly.
Yeah, she is.
Because girls get their feelings in it. And I ain't going to lie to you. And this is so wrong. And it is not a true statement. Chaz, if you're listening, go back and do some freaking work. I have a lot of female friends. Damn, this is going to sound so hypocritical. Do I probably want to sleep with all of them? Yes. I guess I might as well just say, yeah. I mean, I think about it because I'm a man.
But do we? No.
But do I know?
No.
Now, am I friends with them because I want to?
Possibly.
Well, I was going to say the friendship grew out of that. Do you see what I'm saying? I went from just thinking with my head, the big one, to actually getting to know the individual and saying, oh, they're funny or they're cool or they like smoking lettuce and roll a good joint.
They
play pickleball or something. No, because a girl be cooking me some breakfast and stuff. That means I'm in some serious trouble. Chat's gonna be cutting. I'm gonna be John Bobbitt walking up in this joint.
Shout out Lorena.
But anyway, I still think, in all honesty, in the beginning, there is no friendship, man and woman, that is originally platonic. Now, men also do now there are girls that are like your dude friends. But those don't count. Like your girl knows which ones are your friends that are like dudes.
I got a friend, Miss Jackie. She's like that. And Tiffany loves
just
her.
they can love those. It's the cute ones that you literally befriended them because they were cute, and then you're like, oh, a friendship grew out of it. But again, I'm just trying to say, Joy Taylor, quit lying to these men out there thinking that casual sex with a woman is something that is not going to get him in trouble.
She's a player. She's already stated on air that she takes care of men. So
yes, she does, and she took care of FS1, and she earned every dollar. You got to shake your money maker. She shook it. Now, speaking of shaking money makers, so you had my girl Joy Taylor, FS1. The whole reason I brought it up, and oh my God, I never even brought it up. This is terrible. I just started talking about relationships and casual sex with women. My point was, did you see the Ryan Clark RG3 stuff?
A little bit.
So RG3 said that, oh God, what's her name? Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark.
I saw that, yeah.
So then on The Pivot, which is Ryan Clark's podcast, Ryan Clark said RG3 don't know what hate looks like. Also, RG3 ain't having conversation in his home about what this young woman's going through. Said that RG3 don't have these conversations because he forgot what the plight of the black woman is in America because he's married to his second white woman. Little under the belt, man, going after a homie's wife.
Yeah,
you know
that don't mean that. That just means he likes what he likes.
I don't know if you know, he don't have a mama or sisters or cousins or women in his life. Man, shut up, please.
Good one.
Terrible take. But this is what I thought was so fascinating. This is between two dudes who worked on Monday Night Football together. This is between two dudes who worked with ESPN.
Played against each other in the NFL.
Then you have Acho over at FS1 after this thing goes on for 24 hours, jumps on it, has to give his take. And the only thing that I thought about when I saw it, because I didn't know about the Ryan Clark RG3, was, well, thank you, let me go read about this. But the other thing, I was like, damn, bro. This dude dips his pen in not just the company ink, but everybody's ink, the other company's ink, this ink, that ink. My man has to put his opinion out on every damn thing. Except for he won't address the one glaring issue about you and Joy Taylor and the Tatas, son. Kind of disappointed in you, Acho.
All right, give me your bet. What you got?
Man, it's simple, man. I've been telling you all day long, all day strong. Go ahead and lock up the OK City Thunder for the series. Take OKC tonight minus the 7.5. And also, if you want, throw a little parlay in there with the Pacers tomorrow. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.